Hello everyone, welcome to a LEGO Marvel Spider-Man book review. Taking a look at the LEGO Spider-Man Explore the Spider-Verse book. This released officially on June 10th of 2025, contains one minifigure that we're going to have a look at in a minute here. But yeah, it's not going to be a very thick book for us to look at. I mean, just look at the pages there. Anywho, as for the retail prices, that's what it was off there. I got my copy off of Amazon 4 days after its release, but I'm pretty sure you could find this in anywhere that would sell books as of the time's recording. So with that being said, let's jump right in this video. If you do go on to enjoy it, please make sure to hit that like button as well as subscribe. Let's crack this sucker open and see what's inside. Okay, so as per usual with any of my book reviews, we're going to go right ahead and open up to the first little section of the book, which is the cardboard insert. And as you guys can see, there is a really messed up Spider-Man minifigure sticker, kind of a misprint of sorts. Oh man, it's a shame that we don't have a misprint. Can you imagine if LEGO messed up that badly to have a misprint on the sticker and then continue to make that for the figure? Let's hope that's not the case. So anyway, taking our X-Acto knife and just poking it just ever so carefully underneath the sticker without trying to damage it. Because again, I like to preserve the stickers. They're kind of exclusive to this book kind of thing. There we go. We got just enough pried off. And again, once you got that much pried off, you can just peel back slowly, and hopefully that shouldn't damage the rest of the sticker there. And then you're going to need that X-Acto knife again for your copy of the book if you're opening this alongside with me by some chance. Just lift up that flap just ever so much, made out of cardboard. It's kind of like a security seal, but oh no, we're not done yet. So I don't remember how exactly I did this last time, so just bear with me here. I'm actually going to place down the sticker because we don't need that anymore. We need all of our attention and hands for this. And we're going to cut ever so slightly along the dotted lines there, as you guys can see, to free our minifigure. And I think I'm going to try and create a little door. Because again, I like to preserve some of these books the best I can, even though I don't store the minifigs in them. Okay, I think we have enough to just make this work. There we go. We got a little door open, as you guys can see. And there's our minifigure. How do we get at it? That's a good question. Maybe if I use my finger on the other side of the book. Yeah, we can push this guy out. There we go. There's our minifigure. Bit of a chore to get out. Carefully at least, but I'm sure if some thief wanted to get at it pretty easily, nothing could stop them other than just a few minutes of time. Let's free this little minifigure and have a closer look at it, shall we? So here is the minifigure after we freed him. Apparently, according to Brickset, this is a cyborg Spider-Man. And honestly, I'm kind of impressed with this minifigure for the most part. I do have some gripes that we'll get into in a minute here. But what's the history with this guy that would make him so interesting, make it exclusive just to a book? Well, according, if I did my homework right, to a YouTube video that told the story of this, basically it's a comic book variant, whoop-de-doo. But the gist of it was he got into some fight and some doctor patched him up, said he could still use his arm and whatnot without revealing his identity, removing his suit, so they did what they could, patched him up. So really, it's not really cyborg Spider-Man because it's not exactly cybernetics. It just looks like it. It's just a glorified cast for Spider-Man, especially that arm there. So that's cool. If anyone's curious, if I can remember, I'll try and link the video in the description below that gives the history on Cyborg Spider-Man, which I don't think he's had any TV show appearances to my knowledge. The only appearance I remember even seeing this guy in was the Spider-Man Insomniac game. Image on screen for reference, I guess. But yeah, for the most part, I like how they executed this minifigure, again, with the printed cast arm, robot arm, whatever. The little stitch marks on the suit and the belt buckle, even with the minifigure's head, with having that little cybernetic looking eye and then some bandages. Now, here's where I'm going to start being nitpicky. If they had gone and done just two things, made this figure have some arm printing with Spidey, and then just a little bandage patch on his leg there, because again, using a picture off the internet here, that's what he looks like, and that would have perfectly captured this minifigure, and it would have gone nicely if, you know, you have any other versions of Spider-Man that are like this design, which thankfully I do. So as a bit of a design comparison, you can kind of see the lack of detail that's kind of missing here with my little comparison here with the undamaged Spider-Man versus the damaged Spider-Man. I feel like it's worth showing off these two because these are practically the same suit. Maybe a little bit of differences with the mask or whatnot, but still, that arm printing is so lacking. Like, you did it for the one side, why not do it for the other? I don't know. I mean, sure, you could just buy the arm off Bricklink, but again, come on, I could live maybe without the bandage on the leg, but the arm printing, come on, you're already doing it. Anywho, that's my nitpick for this minifigure. It's really cool. I like it, and I'll be cool to stick it with my Marvel sets. But anywho, let's have a look at the main course, which is the book. Okay, so I'm just going to say this right off the bat. I have no expectations for this other than it's going to be full of misinformation and lazily slapped together imagery. Because again, it's like a $23 book. We all know we're buying it just for the minifigure, so let's see what kind of activity-esque pages they slapped together here. So this was written by Simon Hugo. All right, Simon, let's see what you slapped together for us. So opening up to the first page, you got the table of contents. We got getting to know the multiverse, and you got Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in the corner there. Blue boxes and pages, okay, to kind of give you the layout of what stuff is. That's cool. Again, it's not a very big book, so I'm assuming it's just gonna be the basics. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So again, it's talking about Spider-Verse. I'm expecting some Spider-Verse-y things. So again, feel free to pause the video wherever you guys see fit to try and have a read at this book. I'm just going to be flipping through the pages here because, again, I don't really have that high expectations. Peter's family and friends, bare basic knowledge, cool mix and match of old and new, why not? Peter's Spidey suits. So you have only 3 suits. The stealth suit, the cyborg suit that we just looked at. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, so pretty much what I just mentioned there with my research. Cool. Nice. And then you got the Iron Spider, the actual comic one, not the MCU one. Yeah, there you go. I like how they mentioned that. Would have been nice to show an image visual, but it's not at all confusing. Spidey gear, you got the Mecha Spider and the Spider Jet, which is used by not technically Spider-Man, but another Spider-Man. I feel like I almost should put a counter for how many times I say Spider-Man, but I feel like that's what you guys are here for. Comment down below how many times I say Spider-Man, for Pete's sake. Spider-Man, Avenger. He did not come with the Quinjet, although it would have been a cool inclusion along with Doctor Strange. Whatever. It's just a fun image. Peter's Spider Lair, which is a very old set. I would love to see a remake with some new Spidey suits. That's just me. Because this set, I remember, was pretty lacking. It only had like 1 or 2 suits going for it at the time. And you got the Daily Bugle, which is quite an expensive set with, to be fair, a lot of cool minifigures overall. I'm still on the fence as the time's recording if I'm going to buy it for myself or not. But anywho, we're already on to Chapter 2, Other Spider Heroes. So I guess we know all there is to know about Peter Parker. Cool. Back to basics, I guess. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. All right, that's cool. That is a very old set. That's like 2014 era, if I'm not mistaken. That's cool. Not sure what set that's Miles is from. I don't think that's the Comic-Con. But, anywho. Then we have Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider. Yeah, that's another ally. Nice. All right, so we're off to a good start so far with Spider-Verse. Oh, Spider-Girl. Okay, I don't know who Spider-Girl is. Okay, so we're actually learning something new here. So who is this? Okay. Interesting. I did not know who that was, but I'm pretty sure that's a very old minifigure, judging based off that Doc Ock. So that's cool. I kind of wish that they would include the set numbers, but hey, because I bet you, like, people are going to be looking for those minifigures, especially, oh my goodness, Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider. Oh, I love a Scarlet Spider minifigure remake. Like, we're due for that. Like, oh, especially with him being in the Spider-Verse movies and all that. Look at that. Speaking of, we got 2099, Noir, Zombie Hunter, and Spider-Ham, all very much based off the Spider-Verse movies. Well, okay, get Spider Hunter, Zombie Hunter is part of a CMF, but whatever, my point still stands. Nice, that's a cool diorama set, highly recommend if you're wondering. Okay, so it shows the 3 Peters, cool. Huh. The villains. So, okay, I'll admit it made me learn one new thing. I didn't know about that one character, but anywho, now we're going to learn about the villains, and it's showing off the mechs. I never picked up this Spider-Man mech. I just was never a fan of it. But anywho, Dr. Octopus, and nice. It would have been nice if they showed off this spider monster truck in the vehicles and such, but I guess we're doing that now. Cool. Then we got, who do we have here? Venom. Oh boy, it's Venom, and then Pork Rind. Oh, that's a nice reference. He was in an accessory pack. So that's a nice complete image of Venom mech, which I'm not sure if that was a standalone mech, but again, I kind of fell off with paying attention to the Marvel mechs after they started including Evo joints. But anywho, you got Mysterio, which would be nice if they showed some variants of that minifigure, but whatever. Again, it's just a slap together quick summary book. That's what I'm trying to keep in mind here. Sandman, and yeah, okay, you get some mention of the minifigure. Cool. Vulture. Okay, pretty sure there was a remake of Vulture with the No Way Home sets, but I mean, sure, let's use the Homecoming one, because I guess that's more iconic. Electro, no mention of the polybag, but hey, nice that they mentioned the Spidey and Friends girl Electro, so that's cool. Let's see, what else do we have? Rhino. I would love a Rhino mech. Like a Marvel mech of Rhino, I think would fit so well. Maybe that's just me. Because, yeah, haven't gotten anything like that in years. And then that's it? That's the book? Huh. Okay, that's the book. That's, yeah, your opinion matters. This book is trash. What else is new? All right, let's flip to my final thoughts. Overall, for a $24 book, I mean, LEGO's already taken my money. They know exactly how they managed to get my money. This fancy little cyborg minifigure, which, you know, I'm a sucker for exclusive figs. I really wish that they would stop cutting corners on minifigures, especially ones that they say are exclusive just to the books. Like, it's so half-assed that they're going to do arm printing on one arm, but not the other. Like, come on, the details, you know? If you're going to go out making a one-off minifigure, just go all out in it, you know? Like, who cares if you're going to include it in a cheap book? You know you're going to sell the book no matter what. As for the book itself, it didn't really... Okay, to be fair, it did teach me one new thing about that one new character, which I'm probably going to go look at later as to what set they came in, probably like an early 2010s area set for all I know. But, yeah, in terms of the book itself, it's a pass. I mean... you're buying it for the minifigure, $24 Canadian. I would say you could probably buy the figure off of Bricklink if you wanted to pay that exact price just for the minifigure, but I feel like, hey, you kind of get more value if you just buy the book brand new, then that way you got like a little fire starter for you. If you need to start a fire, warm yourself up wintertime or something like that, because that's probably when this book is going to be bought a lot, is during Christmas time, I feel, so... Yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about this cool little Spider-Verse minifigure? What would you have included in its place? I'd be very curious to hear. But anyways, guys, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in a future video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.